Okay, this is my last talk for now, and I just don't want to tell you anything more than I feel really unpleasant these days. In other words, I'm feeling so unpleasant that a lot of my day is very unpleasant. And how do I want to remind everybody about why this is going on? I'm letting everyone know that everything is being looked at all the time, and that certain hard to handle, no end or hard to handle things keep handling me, and I'm still here, but I'm still complaining that I'm not thriving. I am not thriving. I'm in misery. Now I'm living through misery, and I have for intense misery, well, more than 3 years of intense misery. How do I live through this? Well, I live through it, but I'm not thriving. What does thriving look like to me? Health, freedom, and misery to me is disease, and confinement. So how do we shift the planet so that we get out of misery and we get into thriving for everyone? You can start with something that is totally easy for you. You can go into deep misery and say you've become vegan because at least you're going to save an animal somewhere from being slaughtered for human consumption, which means, you're not going to have that very expensive piece of meat, or that inexpensive piece of chicken, chicken thighs, or, bacon with your eggs. The whole point is that, yes, you personally who are going to regret not enjoying the taste of, good steak or hamburgers or baconators, or, roast lamb Greek style. Without those things, you're going to have to say, I'm just going to be further miserable, because those things are like sometimes a saving grace at dinner time. I have a glass of wine and I have a steak and a baked potato. And, you take that away from me, and you're going to give me like some kind of vegetarian thing. And I'm telling you the truth, I really like pepperoni, meat pepperoni. I just do. And I like real bacon. I've had like turkey bacon, and I like real bacon. And this is the whole issue. Because on one hand, you're going to say yes, but you're not contributing to the mass farming of animals for human consumption. On the other hand, you're saying, well, part of being human is being at the top of the food chain and, eating meat that you don't even have to kick yourself for. You don't have to kill the meat yourself. It's all easily picked up at your Walmart or your other kind of, Publix or someplace. So, it's not messy. It's very easy. It's all just as easy as it is for me to go and buy a nice car that's nice and warm, or in the winter and cool in the summer. So the institutional memory that we have these days are long time unwellness of humans. I mean, humans do have a lot of decades of good health, most of us, but sooner or later we seem to, every one of us, end up with disease. and or old age. And we always seem to think that, you know, no, it's not the good years are behind us. It's simply, why aren't we making advancements on real changes to health? And why do we still have people doing um, impossibly stupid jobs like, continuing the money economy when we have got the robotics and AI to build everything in automated factories with very little need for human drudgery? Why do we have, cashiers that are taking money and being paid a pittance, such a pittance that, they're trying to, they can't afford to even pay the rent? Real humans are in misery. And just so many stupid things. It's like we don't need all of this stuff. So in order to thrive, we've got to throw away the whole way we run things on the earth. And how are we going to transition? It's just going to have to be done. If it's a military war campaign, things just are done. So it needs to be said that that's not how it's going to be done. It's not going to be like a military operation, top down, orders given and no, dictates. No. It is simply going to creep up on you. You're going to be still complaining. Because I see people doing it right now. These days I see it. People are in a bitchy complaining mood. And yet all their needs are perfectly being gifted to them, and all they are complaining about is they could just delete the bitchiness of it all. And hopefully that's what's going to happen. And then just by perfect synchronicity, everything just works perfectly. We're not satisfied with this explanation, but it's all you're going to get for now.